Hi friends, happy Monday. I am Sara-Jane Gage. I am a Kripalu yoga instructor, a functional fitness trainer. I'm here with you this morning at Dunseith Gardens. It's located in Mattapoisett. So I was here this morning for a yoga class with Anchor Yoga. I'm hanging out a little longer just to enjoy the beautiful scenery and the sunshine. Hey, good morning. Thanks for catching me while I decided to just randomly go live and do this. So this class is a 20-minute slow stretch and pause. It's an invitation to take a time out in your day, wherever you are, to slow down, to get a little movement, to stretch, to breathe, and just pause, to be with whatever is this morning, okay? So wherever you are, doesn't matter if you're outside in a beautiful location like this, find a spot where you're comfortable. And then lengthen out your legs, find a seated wide angle to start. Doesn't matter how wide you go, you can keep them a little more narrow. I think I've shared by this point, I don't know why I always jump all the way in, but that's what happens. You don't have to do that. Sit yourself up nice and tall here. Take an inhale. And then look up towards those fingertips as you get really tall. Exhale, drop the hands back down. Let the gaze come down towards the floor, chin tucks. Inhale, rise your hands right back up. Take the gaze with it, look up high. As you exhale, drop the gaze right back down towards the floor. Take it a couple more times, rising up, maybe getting a little bit taller, stretching through the fingertips. And then exhaling, bringing gaze down. Take one more round. And then next time you find your hands down by your side, create tented fingers down by your side. Drop those shoulders away from your ears, make your neck really long. And then open up the heart. So maybe even leaning back a little bit, imagining that there's a string in the center of your chest pulling you forward. Let that heart space open up. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, start to pitch yourself forward just a little bit to get a gentle stretch here. Find where this feels best in your body. You can keep it up high. You can drop it in low. What do you need? On your next inhale, rise up into that tall seat. Plant your left hand down on the inside of your leg. So admittedly, I usually do my phone setup a little bit different, so I'm not sure what you're seeing, if it's mirrored or not. I'm putting my left hand down on the inside of my left leg, but whatever works for you is fine. What's important is we go left to right or back and forth, just so we stay balanced. Doesn't really matter which side you start with. Notice as you breathe into this lateral stretch, where is that stretch happening here for you? So is it more of the hip? Is it more of the ribs? Or is it kind of a little bit of everything? There's no judgment there. There's no version that's better than another. It's just letting you notice, where do you carry your tension in your body. On your next inhale, rise it up nice and tall. Drop that right hand down. Take it over the other way. On your next inhale, rise up through center. Help those legs along, bring them right in front of you for your staff pose. And then roll the shoulders down and back a few times. Get some movement there. When it feels right for you, let them settle away from your ears. Bring those hands back behind you and point the fingertips towards your buttocks. So just like this. Lean in a little bit. Maybe press the heart up towards the sky. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, begin to fold it forward. Find your forward fold. If the hamstrings are very tight in this forward fold shape, feel free to bend your knees as much as you like. On your next inhale, rise it right back up. Get nice and tall. And then bring your legs to a comfortable seated position. Doesn't matter where they are. They might stay right here, maybe somewhere else that we've been. Place them wherever works for you. We'll get back to them. We're gonna work on the upper body just a little. Find that nice tall spine as you land in your seat. Plug the shoulders down away from your ears. Maybe shed a layer because you're in sunshine. And then take that inhale, rise the fingertips up high. Let your gaze follow it. Get nice and tall right here. Inhale high. As you exhale, drop elbows to shoulders. Find your cactus arms. Inhale high, gaze follows. Exhale, cactus arms. Take it a few more times. Let the chest, the shoulders, the upper body open up here. Take it one more time, and then next time the arms come down to those cactus arms. Drop them all the way down, give them a rest for a second. Maybe shake out any tension that's there. And then rise them right back up to shoulder height. Find your eagle arms here. So right arm comes underneath left. Back of the hands might come together. Or perhaps you take a double bind and you let the palms of the hands come together. So I'll do that one more time so you can see it. Right under left, maybe a bind, maybe a double bind. For some of us, this is enough of a stretch here. You'll feel the stretch as soon as those hands come together. If you want a little bit more, inhale, rise the elbows high. And then as you exhale, point those elbows down towards the floor. Round it. Inhale, rise high. Exhale, round and fold forward. And this is just an example of a movement that you might take. You know your body best, so maybe your body is saying, hey, I really want like a little twisting left to right. Maybe I just want to focus on that forward fold. If your body is calling for something specific here, take what you need. What does your upper body need to feel a little more stretched, a little more released here? And then when it feels right for you, begin to work your way back to that neutral. Maybe dropping the shoulders down if they need a rest. I'll be honest, mine are a little tired after that. Let them rest for a second. Before you rise it back up to a T position, let left come under right this time, or opposite of whatever you did, doesn't matter. Just let it be opposite so you're nice and balanced. Find those eagle arms on the other side. Maybe hang out right here. Maybe there's some kind of movement that your body needs here. Listen in to what your body is looking for. You know what you need. When it feels right for you, release those eagle arms, drop the hands by your side, take a little shoulder roll down and back, and then bring the fingertips right to the tops of your shoulders. So this allows us to localize the movement to the shoulders a little more. Try to bring those elbows together right in front of you. They may or may not touch, perhaps they do. And then watch those elbows tracing up, bringing them in a wide circle. So the whole movement is starting somewhere down here, elbows come together. Bring it wide circle. But as always, your body knows what you need. So if there's just a small portion of that feels really good, or you want to take, a reverse direction, listen in. I promise you that your body knows better than I do of what feels good. I know that sounds like I'm discrediting myself, but it's true. I don't want to lie to you. Take a pause in that movement. Drop the shoulders away from your ears. And then chin drops to chest. Maybe you hang out right here, letting the neck stretch back behind you as shoulders plug down. Maybe there's a little rock here. Do you need some movement in the neck? If you choose to take any kind of circling, just a gentle reminder that we don't want to let the head roll all the way back and across. There's a lot of bony structures in your neck. And so instead, if you're rolling, just come straight across from shoulder to shoulder, round it down. It's a much safer alternative. Begin to make your way back to neutral to that tall seat. And then find your way down to the mat or the floor. No rush, as always, but when you get there, find your windshield wiper knees. Shoulders stay planted. Knees flow side to side. At any point, the body needs to be held still in a twist. Allow that to happen. And then take a pause, in that movement. Pull the knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. Maybe there's a little rock side to side here that calls you. When it feels right for you, lengthen out the legs long. Bring the arms up overhead. Take an inhale. Get as long as you can from fingers to toes. Take a couple more breaths here. And then you make a decision. Where do you pause for just a couple moments of silence, of perhaps stillness, if that's what calls you. You might stay right here in a resting pose, or perhaps you find your way to another posture, to a seat. Maybe you choose to take this moment of pause and meditation moving. That's okay too. Ultimately, that's what yoga is. Yoga is a moving meditation. The asanas, the postures, the movement that comes with yoga was added later to support the meditation practice that is yoga. The reality is that so many of us aren't great at just settling down and stilling the mind, that's not natural or normal, so to speak, for many. And so we require a little movement, a little breathing into our body, a little flow and disrupting that energy. And so if you're a person who feels like they need to move, who doesn't need stillness here, that's okay too. Allow any movement to happen. What I would encourage you for the next 2 minutes is to welcome in whatever is. Whether that is movement or stillness, whether that means the mind is busy or clear, whether that means you have a focal point or not. Allow yourself to just be. Allow the breath to begin to deepen. And for your attention to come back to the room, to come back to your surroundings around you. As the attention comes back, the breath gets a little more full and the body moves and stretches in whatever way that it feels so moved to do so. So perhaps you choose to hang out exactly where you are, just a little bit longer. Lengthening out this pause in your day. Perhaps you choose to begin to move and feel refreshed, moving into whatever comes next. Giving yourself whatever it is that you need in this moment is a form of self-love. Is a form of self-care. And so ask yourself, what can I take here? Whatever that is for you, I hope that you will allow yourself to enjoy whatever you need here, whether stillness or moving on. I hope that this stretch and pause was useful for you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, thoughts, things you'd like to share, I always love to hear from you. Please share, let's talk. This group is what you put into it, so to speak. Trying not to go back to my therapy lines, but that's a therapy line, I'll be honest with you. This group is what you make of it. What you put in is what you get out. And so you decide what you need from this. Continue to participate, continue to ask questions, to suggest things, to let me know what you need. I'm happy to be flexible. I'm happy to support you in whatever way I can. Please continue to be well, and I will see you next time. Namaste.